So Arizona, it became a state on Valentine's Day in 1912. Like a week later, the Titanic sunk, by the way. Well, it took 50 years to the day, 50 years prior, on Valentine's Day, Arizona became a territory. And they split apart New Mexico and Arizona as territories 50 years prior to 1912. Well, it went a really long time before becoming a state, and that's because of lawlessness and rambunctiousness, as it was described. But what was going on in Arizona were rancher wars, the stuff of cowboy movies. The sheep farmers versus the cattlemen versus the railroad. All of that stuff was happening here. In addition, the Apache Wars went on for 25 years. Raids by Apache and vigilantes by the Anglos would react their revenge on the Native Americans. And for 25 years, Cochise and Geronimo were running around Arizona and with the U.S. cavalry in hot pursuit. Geronimo is known. Oh yeah, let's watch this. Yeah. Woo! Well, if you lived right near here and had a side-by-side, you could get a permit and come right in. The only time the park closes is when there is a fire ban. It's become really hot. It's not every year, but the Arizona Fish and Game will close this area and no one is allowed to come in. So we'll leave the power lines behind. I know you're disappointed in that. The top of Barlow Reservoir, you can see it off in the distance, about a mile down.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And if you were into boating and you lived in Scottsdale, that would probably be your home reservoir. You could also go to Lake Pleasant. That's bigger and certainly a really fun place to go. You can rent boats, jet skis, and other things at